Hi guys! Welcome back to the GH Spoilers channel, where we dive deep into the drama, tension, and shocking twists of ABC General Hospital. Today, we're talking about a storyline that has fans on the edge of their seats, a brewing war between two powerful figures, Sonny and the ruthless Sidwell. This escalating conflict is packed with danger, heartbreak, and the kind of high-stakes drama that General Hospital is known for. So, let's get right into the heart of this explosive plot without wasting any time, focusing on the main events and key moments that are shaping this intense rivalry. The tension between Sonny, Port Charles' iconic mob boss, and Sidwell, a dangerous new player in town, has reached a boiling point. For weeks, we've seen Sonny stand his ground, refusing to bow to Sidwell's shady business proposals. Sonny, as we all know, is no stranger to the underworld and has built his empire on his terms. He's not about to let someone like Sidwell dictate his moves or compromise his principles, even if it means making a powerful enemy. However, this stubborn defiance has come at a steep cost. Sidwell, the man who thrives on control and intimidation, doesn't take rejection lightly. Frustrated by Sonny's repeated rejections, Sidwell has now marked Sonny as an obstacle that must be removed one way or another. In a chilling preview clip that has left fans buzzing with anticipation, we see Sidwell obsessively poring over long-range photographs of Sonny and his family. The images, taken covertly, show Sonny in everyday moments, as well as intimate shots of his loved ones going about their lives, completely unaware of the danger lurking in the shadows. It's clear that Sidwell has gone to great lengths to have Sonny's family surveilled, hiring people to track their every move from a distance. This isn't just a casual act of intimidation, it's a calculated move by a man who knows exactly how to hit his enemies where it hurts the most. Sidwell's intentions are sinister, as he's made it abundantly clear that he doesn't want to target Sonny directly, at least not yet. Instead, he's playing a crueler game, aiming to strike at the people Sonny holds dearest. By instilling fear and pain in Sonny's heart, Sidwell hopes to break the unbreakable mob boss, forcing him to bend to his will or suffer unimaginable loss. Sidwell's strategy is as cold as it is cunning. He's not interested in a head-on confrontation with Sonny, knowing full well that Sonny is a formidable opponent with resources and allies of his own. Instead, Sidwell opts for psychological warfare, targeting the vulnerabilities in Sonny's life, his family. The preview scenes paint a haunting picture of Sidwell's obsession as he studies the photographs with a predatory focus, almost as if he's choosing his first victim. This isn't just business for Sidwell, it's personal. He wants Sonny to feel helpless, to watch as the empire he's fought so hard to protect crumbles around him. And in true soap opera fashion, the stakes couldn't be higher. The question on every viewer's mind is, who will Sidwell target first? And how far will he go to send his message? Tragically, we don't have to wait long for the answer. Sidwell's first move is a devastating blow, directed not at Sonny himself, but at someone close to him, Simeon, who represents the future of the Corinthos family. Joe, Sonny's long-lost grandson, who only recently came into his life, becomes the unfortunate target of Sidwell's wrath. For those who've been following the show, Joe's arrival in Port Charles was a heartwarming storyline, a chance for Sonny to reconnect with family and heal some of the wounds of his tumultuous past. Joe, young and full of potential, quickly became a beloved figure in Sonny's life, a symbol of hope and a new beginning. But in a cruel twist of fate, this very connection makes Joe the perfect pawn in Sidwell's deadly game. The scene unfolds with gut-wrenching intensity. As Joe is walking down a quiet street, and aware of the danger closing in, a masked assassin on a motorcycle speeds toward him. Before Joe has a chance to react, the assailant opens fire, striking him directly in the chest. The impact is immediate, and Joe collapses to the ground, blood pooling beneath him as onlookers scream in horror. The camera lingers on his motionless form for a heartbreaking moment before cutting away, leaving viewers in suspense about his fate. It's a shocking and visceral attack, one that serves as a brutal reminder of the dangers that come with being part of Sonny's world. Within minutes, Joe is rushed to the hospital, where the medical team at General Hospital fights to save his life. Early reports from there are grim. Joe's injuries are severe, and his condition is critical. The doctors work tirelessly, but there's no guarantee that he'll pull through. Fans are left holding their breath, praying for a miracle while fearing the worst. For Sonny, this attack is nothing short of a declaration of war. When he learns of Gio's shooting, his reaction is a potent mix of rage and anguish. Sonny has always been a man who protects his family at all costs, and to see his grandson, an innocent who was just starting to build a bond with him, gunned down in cold blood is more than he can bear. There's no doubt in Sonny's mind who's responsible. He knows Sidwell orchestrated this heinous act, and the fire in his eyes tells us that he's not going to let this slide. Sonny's grief quickly turns into a thirst for vengeance, and viewers can feel the storm brewing. This isn't just about business anymore, it's personal. Sidwell has crossed a line that can't be uncrossed, and Sonny is ready to make him pay. In the aftermath of the shooting, Sonny wastes no time in gathering his inner circle. We see him rallying his most trusted allies, men and women who've stood by his side through countless battles in the past. Jason Morgan, ever the loyal right-hand man, is likely to be at the forefront of this counterattack, his steely resolve matching Sonny's own. Carly, too, will undoubtedly play a role, her fierce maternal instincts kicking in as she fights to protect what's left of her family. Together, they begin to strategize, mapping out a plan to take down Sidwell once and for all. The air is thick with tension as they discuss their options, knowing full well that this war will come at a high cost. Sonny's empire has faced threats before, but Sidwell is a different breed of villain, ruthless, calculating, and utterly without mercy. The question isn't just whether Sonny can defeat him, but how much he's willing to sacrifice in the process. As the storyline unfolds, we can expect to see the ripple effects of Gio's shooting touch every corner of Port Charles. The Corinthos family, already fractured by past traumas, will be tested like never before. Will Gio survive his injuries, or will this be the loss that finally breaks Sonny? And how will the rest of the family, Dante, Michael, Christina, and others, react to this brazen attack on one of their own? There's no doubt that emotions will run high, with grief, anger, and fear driving their actions in the days to come. At the hospital, we can anticipate heart-wrenching scenes as the family gathers around Gio's bedside, praying for a miracle while grappling with the harsh reality of their dangerous lives. The medical staff, including familiar faces like Elizabeth Weber and Dr. Patrick Drake, will be front and center, fighting to save Gio while offering comfort to a family in crisis. Meanwhile, Sidwell remains a shadowy figure, watching from afar as his plan unfolds. The preview hints at his chilling satisfaction as he learns of the chaos he's unleashed. For Sidwell, this is just the beginning. Targeting Gio was a strategic move, a way to send a message to Sonny that no one is safe. But what's next on his agenda? Will he continue to target Sonny's family, picking them off one by one until Sonny capitulates? Or does he have even darker plans in store, schemes that will shake Port Charles to its core? One thing is certain: Sidwell underestimates Sonny at his own peril. Sonny may be down, but he's far from out, and history has shown us time and again that a wounded Corinthos is the most dangerous kind. As Sonny prepares for battle, the streets of Port Charles are set to become a battleground. We can expect gritty, edge-of-your-seat scenes as Sonny's crew clashes with Sidwell's forces. There will be ambushes, betrayals, and unexpected alliances as both sides fight for dominance. The body count is likely to rise, and no one, not even the most beloved characters, is guaranteed to come out unscathed. This storyline promises to be a roller coaster of emotions, with twists and turns that will keep viewers glued to their screens. Will Sonny's thirst for revenge blind him to the bigger picture, putting even more lives at risk? Or will he find a way to outsmart Sidwell, turning the tables on his enemy before it's too late? This conflict also raises deeper questions about Sonny's legacy. For years, he's walked a fine line between protector and predator, trying to shield his family from the darkness of his world while inevitably drawing them into it. Gio's shooting is a stark reminder of the price of that life, a price that Sonny's loved ones often pay. As he gears up for war, will Sonny finally confront the consequences of his choices, or will he double down, determined to protect his empire at any cost? These moral dilemmas add a layer of complexity to the storyline, making it more than just a battle of good versus evil. It's a story about family, loyalty, and the lengths to which one man will go to defend what's his. For longtime General Hospital fans, this plotline is a throwback to the classic mob wars that defined the show in its heyday. The Corinthos family has faced countless enemies over the years, from the Cassadinis to the Jeroms, but Sidwell brings a fresh sense of menace to the table. His cold, calculated approach and willingness to target innocents set him apart from past villains, making him a truly terrifying adversary. At the same time, the storyline taps into the heart of what makes General Hospital so compelling: the unbreakable bonds of family, even in the face of unimaginable hardship. Sonny's love for Joe, and his determination to protect him, is a driving force that resonates with viewers, reminding us why we've rooted for Sonny through every triumph and tragedy. As we look ahead to the coming episodes, there's no telling how this war will play out. Will Gio's shooting be the catalyst for a larger reckoning, forcing Sonny to rethink his life in the mob? Or will it only strengthen his resolve, pushing him deeper into the darkness? And what of Sidwell? Will his arrogance be his downfall, or does he have more tricks up his sleeve to keep Sonny on the defensive? One thing is certain: the battle lines have been drawn, and Port Charles will never be the same. The clash between Sonny and Sidwell is shaping up to be one of the most unforgettable storylines in recent General Hospital history, a testament to the show's ability to blend high-octane drama with raw, human emotion. Next, we will dive deep into the swirling rumors and tantalizing hints surrounding the potential return of some beloved characters to Port Charles. With whispers of Kelly Thibault, Kathleen Gotti, and Ryan Pavey possibly making their way back to the show, the fanbase is buzzing with excitement and speculation. In this extended exploration, we'll unpack the latest tidbits, invent some creative plot twists, and provide a detailed look into what these returns could mean for the residents of Port Charles. Buckle up for a thrilling ride through soap opera drama, unexpected resurrections, and the emotional roller coaster that only General Hospital can deliver. A family legacy of heartache and mystery. Let's begin by revisiting the tragic yet captivating family history of Liesl Obrecht, a character brought to life with such intensity by Kathleen Gotti. Liesl, a figure of both fierce maternal love and dark secrets, is the mother of two unforgettable characters: Britt Westburn, played by Kelly Thibault, and Nathan West, portrayed by Ryan Pavey. Nathan's upbringing was shrouded in deception, as he was raised by Liesl's sister, Madeline Reeves, and presented as the younger sibling of Nina Reeves. Their father, the notorious Caesar Faison, added further complexity to the family tree, with additional offspring including Peter August and Anna Devane's twin sister, Alex Merrick. This tangled web of relations has always been a source of gripping drama on the show, blending elements of crime, betrayal, and longing. Tragedy struck Liesl's life repeatedly, leaving scars on her heart that viewers still feel. First, Nathan was taken from her in a heartbreaking shooting that left fans reeling. Then, Britt met a horrific fate at the hands of the Hook, a serial killer whose reign of terror shook Port Charles to its core. Imagine the pain of a mother losing both her children in such brutal ways. Liesl's grief has been a haunting undercurrent in her story arc. But what if fate, or perhaps science, offered a chance to rewrite this sorrowful tale? Recent rumors suggest that a covert project led by the enigmatic Dr. Henry Dalton might hold the key to such a miracle. Could this mysterious initiative involve cutting-edge human cloning or a daring resurrection scheme? Fans are theorizing that this could be the doorway through which Britt, Nathan, and even Liesl herself make a sensational return to the screen. Kelly Thibault's return, Britt, or a new face? At the dawn of this month, the General Hospital community erupted with joy at the confirmation of Kelly Thibault's return to ABC's iconic soap. However, the network has kept us on the edge of our seats by withholding whether she'll reprise her role as the complex and beloved Britt Westburn or step into the shoes of an entirely new character. If Britt does return, it would mark yet another jaw-dropping resurrection in Port Charles, a town no stranger to defying death itself. Picture the emotional reunion between Britt and her mother, Liesl, their tearful embrace as they grapple with the impossible reality of being together again. Alternatively, if Kelly plays a new character, perhaps she could be a distant cousin of Britt's, bearing an uncanny resemblance that stirs old memories and ignites fresh conflicts among the town's residents. The prospect of Britt's return also raises questions about her past relationships, particularly her deep connection with Jason Morgan, affectionately known as Stone Cold. Their bond, forged through shared vulnerability and trust, was a highlight for many fans before Britt's tragic demise. Should she return, the inevitable interactions between Jason and Britt, or even Liesl, who might harbor mixed feelings about Jason's role in her daughter's life, could spark intense emotional fireworks. Imagine a charged confrontation in the hospital corridors, where Liesl demands answers from Jason about protecting Britt, her voice trembling with a mix of anger and hope. Such scenes would be pure soap opera gold, weaving past pain with present possibilities. Kathleen Dottie's cryptic clue, a dancing daisy with secrets. Adding fuel to the speculation fire, Kathleen Dottie recently dropped a delightful yet cryptic hint that has fans dissecting every detail. Last week, the actress shared a whimsical post on social media featuring a dancing daisy toy grooving to the 1974 hit Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. With its bright blue eyes and cheerful demeanor, the toy was introduced as her new script-learning study buddy. Kathleen playfully highlighted, "Those eyes," a comment that immediately set tongues wagging. Was this a subtle nod to a character with striking blue eyes, like Steve Burton's Jason Morgan, or something else entirely? The intrigue deepened when a follower, Tony Rossi, chimed in with a pointed question: could this dancing daisy be a stand-in for Steve Burton amidst rumors of Kathleen's return to General Hospital? Her response, "I believe Steve Burton has blue eyes," was coy yet suggestive, leaving room for wild interpretations. Perhaps the blue eyes symbolize a connection to Britt, whose memory continues to haunt those who loved her, or maybe they hint at a new storyline involving a character with a hidden identity. Let's imagine for a moment that this toy represents a coded message about Dr. Dalton's projectile. The dancing signify life being breathed back into someone thought lost forever. The possibilities are endless, and this playful exchange has only heightened anticipation for what lies ahead. The potential return of Ryan Pavey as Nathan West. While Kelly Thibault's return is confirmed, the rumor mill is also spinning with talk of Ryan Pavey reprising his role as Nathan West. If Nathan were to come back, perhaps through the same mysterious project tied to Dr. Dalton, it would be a monumental event for Liesl. Picture the moment she lays eyes on her son after believing him gone forever, her stoic facade crumbling as she reaches out to touch his face, unable to believe the miracle before her. Nathan's return could also reignite dynamics with characters like Maxie Jones, whose shared history with him was filled with love and loss. Their reunion might explore themes of second chances, as Maxie wrestles with her current life choices while confronting a past she thought was buried. Inventing a new layer to this storyline, let's propose that Nathan returns with fragmented memories due to the experimental nature of his revival. This could lead to a poignant arc where Liesl and Maxie work together to help him piece together his identity, uncovering buried secrets about Caesar Faison's influence on their family. Such a plot would not only provide emotional depth but also introduce suspense as they question whether this Nathan is truly the man they knew or a product of scientific tampering. Dr. Henry Dalton's secret project, a game-changer for Port Charles. Central to these return rumors is the enigmatic Dr. Henry Dalton, a character we're imagining as a brilliant yet morally ambiguous scientist pushing the boundaries of medical ethics. His secret project, hinted at in fan theories, might involve advanced cloning techniques or a groundbreaking revival process that defies the laws of nature. Visualize a hidden laboratory beneath General Hospital, filled with glowing vials and futuristic equipment, where Dr. Dalton toils over his creations. If Britt, Nathan, or even Liesl herself are tied to this experiment, it could introduce a sci-fi twist to the traditional soap opera narrative, blending drama with ethical dilemmas. What if Dr. Dalton's project isn't just about bringing back the dead but also about altering their essence? Perhaps the revived characters return with enhanced abilities or darker impulses, creating tension as their loved ones struggle to accept these changes. For instance, a resurrected Britt might possess heightened intellect but wrestle with emotional detachment, challenging her relationships with Jason and Liesl. This speculative angle adds layers of complexity, ensuring that these returns are not mere fan service but catalysts for fresh, compelling storylines, emotional stakes, and fan expectations. The potential return of Kelly Thibault, Kathleen Dottie, and Ryan Pavey carries immense emotional weight for General Hospital viewers. Liesl's journey, marked by profound loss, deserves a chance at redemption and reunion, and fans are eager to see how her strength and vulnerability play out if her children return. Britt's complex legacy, intertwined with romance and tragedy, offers fertile ground for exploring unresolved feelings and new beginnings. Meanwhile, Nathan's revival could reopen old wounds and ignite new passions, reminding us why Port Charles is a place where the past is never truly gone. As we await official announcements from ABC, the excitement builds with every cryptic post and rumor. Imagine tuning into an episode where the camera pans across a dimly lit hospital room, revealing Brit's silhouette against the window, return announced with a single, haunting note of music. Such moments are what keep us glued to General Hospital, a show that masterfully balances heartbreak with hope. Whether through cloning, resurrection, or new characters, the return of these actors promises to shake up the status quo and deliver the drama we crave. Next, we will learn about the intense family turmoil brewing in Port Charles as Nina Reeves launches a heartfelt campaign to reunite Willow Corinthos with her children, Wiley and Amelia, while navigating a minefield of resentment and hidden agendas. With Michael Corinthos' bitterness over Willow's engagement to Drew Quartermain reaching a boiling point, and Carly Spencer caught between her loyalty to her son and the broader goal of family harmony, the stakes have never been higher. In this expanded exploration, we'll delve into the emotional layers of this drama, weave in imaginative new twists, and paint a vivid picture of the complex relationships at play. Join us as we unravel the latest developments in this gripping General Hospital saga. Nina's heartfelt crusade for Willow's redemption. At the heart of the current chaos in Port Charles lies Nina Reeves, a woman driven by a desperate need to mend the fractured bond with her daughter, Willow. After the devastating custody battle that left Willow heartbroken, Nina, haunted by her own past mistakes including a secretive dalliance with Drew that could shatter her fragile rapport with Willow, is channeling her guilt into action. Her latest mission is to implore Carly Spencer, a longtime rival turned an easy ally, to influence Michael Corinthos into granting Willow a compassionate visitation arrangement for their children. Picture Nina pacing the halls of Crimson's office, her eyes reflecting both determination and fear as she strategizes ways to heal the wounds her family has endured. Beyond just visitation rights, Nina envisions a court-ordered agreement that could restore Willow's sense of purpose and sever the unhealthy influence Drew seems to wield over her. However, Nina's intentions are not without a hidden edge. She sees this as a golden opportunity to weaken Drew's position in Willow's life. Recognizing that his manipulative tactics such as planting false ideas of abandonment in young Wiley's mind have scarred her family deeply. Adding a speculative twist, let's imagine Nina uncovers a shadowy rumor that Drew has been secretly meeting with a shady lawyer to further entrench his control over Willow's decisions. This discovery fuels her urgency, as she whispers her concerns to trusted confidants in hushed tones at Kelly's diner, hoping to turn the tide against him before his schemes spiral further. Will Nina's push for reconciliation be seen as genuine, or will her past with Drew come back to haunt her efforts? Michael's deepening resentment and emotional walls. On the other side of this emotional battlefield stands Michael Corinthos, whose heart has hardened with bitterness ever since learning of Willow's engagement to his unscrupulous uncle, Drew Quartermain. Michael, once softened by pity for Willow's custody loss, now feels betrayed by her choice to align herself with a man he views as a toxic force. Visualize Michael standing alone on the Quartermain estate's balcony, staring into the distance as memories of happier times with Willow and their children flash through his mind, only to be replaced by the sting of her upcoming wedding plans. His anger has morphed into a defensive shield, making him resistant to any overtures of compromise, especially when it comes to sharing time with Wiley and Amelia. This growing resentment complicates any hope of negotiation. Just days ago, Michael showed fleeting compassion for Willow's plight, a flicker of the love that once bound them. But now, as wedding bells loom on the horizon, that empathy risks being smothered by spite. Let's invent a poignant new detail. Perhaps Michael overhears Wiley asking innocent questions about why Uncle Drew spends so much time with Mommy. A moment that cuts deep and fuels his resolve to fight harder. If Carly steps in to mediate, will Michael's wounded pride slam the door shut on her pleas, or can he rediscover the fatherly love that once guided his decisions? The tension is palpable as Michael wrestles with protecting his children versus punishing Willow for her choices. Carly's delicate balancing act amidst Nina's pressure. Caught in the crossfire of Nina's urgency and Michael's stubbornness is Carly Spencer, a fierce protector of her family who now faces an uphill battle. Carly shares Nina's desire to see Delaney Drew, whose scheming nature has long been a thorn in her side, but her rocky history with Nina makes collaboration a bitter pill to swallow. Imagine Carly sitting at her Metro Court office, her brow furrowed as she replays Nina's impassioned plea in her mind. Torn between distaste for her rival and a genuine wish to see peace restored for her grandchildren. Her bond with Wiley and Amelia weighs heavily on her, as she longs to shield them from the emotional fallout of their parents' feud. Yet, Nina's relentless pushing might push Carly to the brink. Their past clash marked by betrayal and animosity linger like a storm cloud over their fragile alliance. A new layer to this dynamic could be Carly's internal struggle with her own memories of losing custody battles in her youth, stirring a reluctant sympathy for Willow that she dares not voice aloud. If Nina oversteps, Carly might dig in her heels out of sheer spite, risking the entire plan for visitation. Could a strategic move, such as enlisting the cool-headed Jason Morgan to reason with Michael, be the key to breaking the deadlock? Picture Jason quietly meeting Michael at the docks, his steady presence a counterbalance to the chaos, as he reminds Michael of the importance of family over feuds. Carly's patience with Nina hangs by a thread, and the outcome remains uncertain. A calculated move to undermine Drew or a recipe for disaster. The ultimate goal for Nina and Carly, despite their differences, is to isolate Drew Quartermain, whose grip on Willow seems to tighten with each passing day. If Carly can persuade Michael to offer a generous visitation schedule, it might empower Willow to reclaim some independence, loosening Drew's manipulative hold. Envision a triumphant moment in court where Willow, bolstered by a fair agreement, begins to see through Drew's facade, her eyes narrowing with suspicion as she questions his true motives. However, Michael's hurt could lead to a stingy, spiteful deal instead, driving Willow further into Drew's arms as her only perceived ally. A scenario that would delight Drew as he smirks from the sidelines. Nina's delicate relationship with Willow teeters on the edge of collapse if this plan fails, and Carly's tolerance for Nina's involvement might snap under the strain, igniting a feud that could rival their past conflicts. Let's add an inventive twist. Perhaps Drew catches wind of Nina and Carly's plotting through a misplaced text message, prompting him to double down by orchestrating a public gesture like a lavish family outing with Willow, and the kid still paint himself as the perfect partner. Can Carly and Nina unite long enough to convince Michael to prioritize his children's well-being over his anger, outmaneuvering Drew in the process? Or will Michael's bitterness and Nina's meddling spark a rift so deep that Drew emerges as the victor, cementing his control over this fractured family? The emotional stakes and unseen consequences for Port Charles. As this drama unfolds, the emotional toll on all involved is undeniable. Willow, stripped of her children and tethered to a man many distrust, stands to gain the most from a compassionate resolution or lose everything if the plan backfires. Michael's pain, while justified, risks alienating him from the very family he fights to protect, while Nina walks a tightrope between redemption and ruin. Carly, ever the matriarch, must navigate her protective instincts against the bitter taste of working with Nina, all while safeguarding her grandchildren's future. Envision a charged family gathering at the Corinthos residence, where unspoken tensions simmer beneath forced smiles, and Wiley's innocent laughter serves as a poignant reminder of what's at stake. Adding a speculative element, what if an unexpected ally emerges in the form of Sonny Corinthos, who, despite his own tumultuous history with Nina, sees the bigger picture and urges Michael to consider compromise for the sake of peace? Such an intervention could shift the dynamics, though Sonny's involvement might also unearth old grudges. The ripple effects of this conflict could reverberate through Port Charles, impacting friendships, alliances, and even business dealings at places like the Metro Court. Will the combined efforts of Nina and Carly triumph over personal animosities to secure Willow's connection to her children, or will Drew's shadow loom larger than ever?